From the very first day Amara stepped into the Okoye family, she knew life was going to be a battle. But what she didn't know was that it would become a battle for her dignity, her identity, and even her right to eat. Before we go on, please don't forget to subscribe to this channel, like this video if you enjoy it, and drop a comment. Amara grew up in a humble home. Her father was a schoolteacher, her mother sold vegetables in the market, and though they didn't have much, they were a happy family. But everything changed when she met Emeka. Emeka was charming, the kind of man who could make you forget your worries with just his smile. He came from a well-known family in their village, wealthy, influential, and very traditional. When he proposed marriage, Amara's parents were hesitant, but Emeka promised to take care of their daughter like a queen. But what Emeka failed to mention was that in the Okoye household, being a queen meant nothing if you couldn't produce an heir, a son. The wedding was just the beginning. The wedding was grand. Music, food, dancing, the whole village attended. Amara thought she was stepping into a fairy tale. But as soon as the celebration ended and the last guest left, the masks began to fall. From the very first morning in her new home, her mother-in-law, Mama Okoye, made her position clear. "You are welcome, Amara," Mama Okoye had said, standing in the middle of the living room with her arms folded. "But remember, in this house, women are measured by the sons they bring. Daughters are ornaments, but sons are the pillars." Amara smiled politely, thinking it was just an old woman's way of speaking. But she had no idea those words were a warning. Months turned into years, but no son. The first year of marriage was beautiful. Emeka was loving, attentive, and even Mama Okoye kept her distance. Amara gave birth to a beautiful baby girl named Adiz. Everyone congratulated her, but beneath the smiles, she noticed the glances of disappointment. "Adiz is a blessing," Emeka told her. "But next time, we'll pray for a boy." Amara didn't worry at first. She believed children came in God's time and gender wasn't hers to control. But Mama Okoye didn't share that belief. The second year passed, then the third. Amara had another child, another girl, Chidinma. This time, the family's reaction was cold. No celebration, no village gathering, just a quiet, tense afternoon as Mama Okoye muttered prayers under her breath, casting sharp glances at Amara. One afternoon, after Emeka had gone to work, Mama Okoye called Amara into the kitchen. She didn't raise her voice, but the words she spoke hit harder than any slap. "In this house, you will not eat until you give us a son." Amara stood there, frozen. She thought she had misheard. "Mama, what do you mean?" "I mean exactly what I said. Every morsel you eat without giving this family a son is a waste of resources. You are feeding for no reason. From today, you will fast until your womb learns its purpose." Amara's knees weakened. "Mama, I cannot control what God gives me." "Then go and fast until He hears you. Because this house needs a son, not excuses." Amara expected Emeka to defend her when he came home. But when she told him, he sighed and said, "You know how Mama is. Just endure. God will give us a son soon." But Emeka's words were not encouragement. They were betrayal. Because after that day, he stopped standing up for her. He became distant, passive, and let his mother reign over the house. Days turned into weeks. Amara was given no meals at home. If she wanted to eat, she had to find ways to sneak food into her room, sometimes through her neighbor, Mom Nkechi, who pitied her. There were nights she would lie on the cold kitchen floor, too weak to climb the stairs, her two daughters sleeping beside her, unaware of their mother's suffering. Despite everything, Amara refused to return to her father's house. "I will not be the woman who ran away because of a womb," she told herself. But Mama Okoye's cruelty had no limits. She spread rumors in the village that Amara was barren, that her daughters were a curse, that Emeka should take another wife if he wanted his family name to continue. The breaking point came during a family gathering. Emeka's cousins and uncles had come over, and Mama Okoye, in front of everyone, pointed to Amara and said, "This one has turned my son's house into a female hostel. 2 daughters and nothing else. What a shame." Laughter echoed in the room. Amara's face burned with humiliation, but Emeka remained silent, his eyes fixed on the floor. That night, Amara packed her daughter's clothes. She didn't cry. She didn't argue. She simply walked out of the house with her 2 girls and went back to her father's house. But this wasn't the end. This was the beginning. Amara knew she had to build her life from scratch. With no job, no savings, and 2 daughters, her options were limited. But she had one thing Mama Okoye could never take from her determination. She started small. Mom Nkechi, her old neighbor, connected her with a woman who owned a small catering business. Amara had always been a fantastic cook, and soon, her dishes became popular at events and ceremonies. Within 2 years, Amara saved enough money to open her own food shop. It wasn't fancy, but it was hers. People came from far to taste Madame Amara's special. Emeka tried to reach out several times, but Amara ignored him. He had made his choice. One rainy afternoon, Mama Okoye walked into Amara's shop. She was thinner, weaker, and her once proud face was now lined with worry. "Amara," she said, "please, I need your help. Emeka has been in an accident. He's in the hospital. His new wife left him when she heard he might not walk again." Amara listened quietly. The same woman who banned her from eating was now begging for her mercy. Life, as they say, had come full circle. Amara went to the hospital. She saw Emeka, broken and helpless. He apologized, tears running down his cheeks. But Amara had long moved on emotionally. She would not return to a life of servitude. She paid for his hospital bills, not out of love, but because she refused to let her daughter's father die in such misery. But that was all. No promises of reconciliation. No second chances. Months later, Amara received news that would change everything. She was pregnant. She laughed when the doctor told her. "God, you have a sense of humor," she whispered. But life had more surprises. Amara gave birth to a baby boy. The village was stunned. The same woman they mocked, the one they called barren, now had a son. But Amara didn't celebrate for the village's approval. She celebrated for herself, for her daughters, for the woman who endured humiliation and still rose above it. When Mama Okoye came to see her grandson, Amara received her politely, but the message was clear: this child would not be the currency of forgiveness. "I will teach my son to respect women, Mama," she said. "Because I will never let him grow up to believe that a woman's worth is tied to what she produces." The story of Amara spread far and wide. Not as a tale of revenge, but as a story of a woman who refused to be broken by a tradition that valued her womb over her soul.